Hey guys, and welcome back to Mesha's Corner. Today I'll be making my peach cobbler. This is the first recipe on my Thanksgiving edition. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to jump right into it. Already in my food processor I have my flour. Remember, all ingredient measurements will be in my description box. Right here is frozen butter. First, let me tell you guys, if you're not going to follow my recipe directly, like T for T, don't even bother making it. This is frozen, rock solid frozen butter, chopped up. And in this container here, I have sugar and salt. And your water needs to be ice cold water, which is why I got this frozen bottle of water that we're gonna use. Alright, like I said, I'm trying to save time. I don't want this recipe to be longer than what it needs to be. I have my butter down in here with my flour. Now I'm going to add my salt and sugar. And you're going to pulse this until you get like little grains, little peas. That's your butter that's going throughout your dough. And then we're going to add the ice cold water. Alright, so now that I got my flour down to like pea consistency, now I'm going to start adding my water. I'm only going to add 2 tablespoons so you guys can see directly what I'm doing, but it's much more water than this. But look at that whole mess. That whole mess of water I just made. And what you want to do is pulse it, and it's going to form a dough. Alright, so I just want to tell y'all about the noise before I turn this on, because I really want you guys to see the consistency you're supposed to see before you turn it off. You see how it's lumped up like that? That's what you want. Alright, make sure your hands are clean. I have it down into a bowl right here. And what you want to do is you kind of want to knead it. And you're not kneading it like you're making bread. You're basically, I want you guys to form a disc. There we go. I want you to just form a disc. Pick it up. Don't be scared. And form a disc. I don't have plastic wrap at this time. I'm going to go out and get some plastic wrap. If you have plastic wrap, please wrap your dough in plastic wrap. So I'm going to let it sit in this container in the refrigerator 2 hours or up to overnight, which is even better. You're going to let it chill 2 hours or up to overnight. Alright, so to my peaches, I'm going to add the juice of a lemon down in here. Use your strainer. Didn't feel like fussing with it today. The juice of 1 lemon. This is going to give the pie, the cobbler, some pop. So I'll always add a little bit of citrus just to get it going. Then you're going to add a 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of white sugar. I'm using fresh ginger, but if you don't have it, you can use ground ginger. That was about 1.5 tablespoons, but like I said, all ingredient measurements will be in the description box. This right here is so much of, you know, doing it to taste. So with my cinnamon, it's probably a teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons. But alright guys, so now you're just going to take your peaches. I'm probably even going to cover it so it could get tender. Alright you guys, so at this point I'm going to turn my peaches off. They're nice and tender to the consistency that I prefer. I'm going to allow this to cool all the way down. You want it to cool all the way to room temperature. Alright y'all, so I got a little flour on my countertop. I cut my dough in half and started beating it. You know it's hard because it's been in the refrigerator all night. So what you want to do is you want to press at it, and we're just going to start rolling it out. Rolling it out to the size of whatever pan that you're using. The pan I'm using is this pan right here. This glass pan right here. I think it's a 10-inch. Yes, it's definitely a 10-inch. So I'm going to roll this out and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got my shell down into my pan. Now I'm going to put this whole thing back in the refrigerator so I can roll out the top. Alright guys, remember everything's cold, so it's going to look a little congealed. But you're going to take your peach mixture, pour it down into your shell. Mine looks like it was just about enough. Alright, so now I'm going to take my top. Put it right over. Don't be scared. Put it right over the top. Like I said, I'm not making any design. I'm probably just going to curl the top up. Let me get rid of some of this excess. I'm just gonna go around it like this. It's gonna look rustic, but like I said, I don't bake, so I don't know how to make those fancy designs. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but just be gentle with it though as you're doing it. All right, so I rolled out a little excess though right here. I'm just gonna take a cookie cutter and I'm gonna put this circle right in the middle of my pie. All right, so first we're gonna brush this with some melted butter. This is also gonna help with shine and color, especially the edges. Like I said, all I did was roll the edges down. I didn't, I don't know how to make those fancy designs that everyone else does. Then you're gonna take your little circle, put it right in the middle. Look, it didn't even do anything. Then you want to brush your circle with the egg wash. Then, of course, you want to make sure you vent your pies. No matter what pie you make, you need to vent it. So I'm going to take my little knife, make a vent there. I'm going to make 4 little vents. And then I'm just going to pop it in the oven and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Guys, look at this freaking peach cobbler. Alright guys, so I got my cobbler on the plate. Now I'm just going to take my ice cream and put it, I don't know, right on top. I'll put it right on top. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. This tastes so good. I'm happy with the way it came out. Yep, so I hope you guys try this recipe, and if you do, tag me and let me know what you think. Thanksgiving edition recipe number 2 will be, I believe, Wednesday. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.